Welcome back onto our top national story. Well, sources have told NDTV that Anil Verma, the Indian diplomat in the UK accused of beating his wife, is being transferred back to India. Verma had been questioned for assaulting his wife by the UK police, but Verma had invoked diplomatic immunity when questioned. He is the third senior-most diplomat in embassy in charge of economic affairs. Well, in a strongly worded order, the Environment Ministry has said that the Adarsh buildings should be demolished, accusing it of violating the spirit of coastal regulation zone laws. Environment Minister Jairam Ramesh said that the area should be restored. The Environment Ministry had earlier served a notice to the 31-story housing society, asking it why the building should not be demolished. The Adarsh scam claimed its first victim last year when Ashok Chavan was forced to resign as Maharashtra Chief Minister, after reports surfaced that members of his family owned flats in the society.
I am neither shocked nor surprised by such an order passed by the ministry, because there was no lightning hurry why the minister had to pass an order on a Sunday and publish it on the internet without even giving us a copy. I don't see any reason why Mr. Jairam Ramesh had to pass an order which according to him is the final order of the ministry, because he was neither a part of the hearing committee of 5 gentlemen and a lady who appeared. I have seen a copy of the order and it is riddled with inconsistencies.
Meanwhile, Ramanand Tiwari, the tainted former bureaucrat in the Adarsh Housing Society scam, was seen at the Shane Shignapur temple in Ahmednagar district of Maharashtra yesterday. The timing of this temple visit is interesting, considering Tiwari is slated to meet the Maharashtra governor later. The meet comes days after the Maharashtra government recommended his removal to the governor. Now, the governor has to recommend the former bureaucrat's removal to the Supreme Court, and the Apex Court will then conduct an inquiry, pending which Tiwari could be suspended. Tiwari had embarrassed the government by refusing to quit for his alleged role in the Adarsh scam. And did Babus get similar favors in another Mumbai building? NDTV finds several top bureaucrats or their relatives own flats in the tainted building in Mumbai's Harsidhi Heights. The Bombay High Court stayed the sale of flats here after the Navy alleged that the building was a threat to one of its naval bases.
Harsidhi Heights in Mumbai's prime Worli area, now in the spotlight for an Adarsh-like controversy. The Bombay High Court stopped the sale of flats here after the Navy complained it was too close to its missile base and did not have naval clearance. Now NDTV finds that several top bureaucrats or their relatives own flats in the building, raising questions about whether this influenced clearances. Among those who own flats in the building, Ajay Nair, the son-in-law of former Maharashtra Chief Secretary R.M. Prem Kumar. Among the officers, the Navy wrote saying that the building didn't have its go-ahead. Prem Kumar told NDTV, "I was not involved in clearances. The letter went to other agencies and chief secretaries as well. It was up to the municipality to act." Another flat owner, Rachita Ratho, the wife of State Energy Secretary Subrat Ratho. The flat bought when he was in the municipality, which gave the building clearances. Ratho says, "I have not handled approvals for the building. My wife bought the flat after due diligence." Satish Bhide, then Joint Municipal Commissioner, also owns a flat but denied he handled the file. Nikhil Gehrotra, a relative of former State Finance Secretary O.P. Gehrotra, also owns a flat but was unavailable for comment. Another flat owner, former IPS officer Y.P. Singh, now a lawyer who helped expose the Adarsh scam. In the Adarsh scam, Babus who got flats had directly handled clearances. But here, this link is not yet clear. Yet, unlike Adarsh, flats here were sold to the general public. So how did so many officers buy flats in the same building? After the Navy's objections, the government issued a stop work notice in 2008. Yet the Navy alleges construction continued.
The file moved through some 10 tables and all those people are the now beneficiaries of the flats.
Flat owners say the Navy's clearance was not required in this case. Also, they insist the Navy has not opposed the construction of other buildings in the area.
The policy for granting Navy NOC, that is yet pending with the Ministry of Defence, no orders have come why one building is being targeted.
Yet, there is no clear answer to a key question. How could so many bureaucrats ignore the concerns of the Navy, another arm of the same government? With Imtiaz Jalil in Mumbai, Tejas Mehta for NDTV.
Moving on, the young girl who was allegedly raped by a BSP MLA in Uttar Pradesh is finally out of jail. Speaking to NDTV, the girl says she wants her alleged rapist Purushottam Dwivedi to be hanged. The girl had to spend more than a month behind bars after the MLA had her arrested on fabricated charges of theft. She also wants protection, which is now being given to her after the MLA threatened to seek revenge.
उसके साथ में मैं ये चाहती हूँ सर कि उसको फांसी होना चाहिए।
कुछ डर लग रहा है अभी उससे?
जी सर, डर तो हमें बहुत है।
क्या चाहती हो?
हम ये चाहते हैं कि हमें सुरक्षित जगह मिले रहने के लिए।
अच्छा, ये जानना चाहते हैं कि जब तुम एमएलए के घर में गई तो क्या चाहता था तुम्हारे साथ, क्यों ये तुम्हारे साथ व्यवहार किया?
ये सर जबरदस्ती किया और इसके बाद ये लड़की बना के रखा। इसके बाद फिर मुझे पत्नी बनाना चाहता था। मैंने बोली मैं नहीं बन पाऊंगी।
थाने में क्या सुलूक हुआ तुम्हारे साथ? क्या किसी ने मारा पीटा वहाँ?
हाँ, वहाँ के पुलिस वाले मारा है। सीओ मने या सीओ रहा है साथ में, और उसका भाई राजा बैठा था वहीं सामने।
एक दरोगा सस्पेंड किया गया है, उसने क्या किया था ऐसा?
उसने सर मेरा बयान नहीं लिखा है, जो मैं बोल रही थी वो नहीं लिखा गया, वो जो विधायक लिखा है तो वही लिखा गया।
तुम्हें उम्मीद थी कि एक तरफ इतना पावरफुल, इतना शक्तिशाली विधायक है और तुम्हें गरीब घर की लड़की हो, तुम्हारे साथ इंसाफ होगा?
मैं सर ये सोच के बता दिया था कि देखो अगर मैं गलत न करे होंगी तो चाहे विधायक नहीं, चाहे मायावती, चाहे कोई लग जाए, मुझे साथ मिलेगा। अभी भी मुझे विश्वास है कि मैं गलत नहीं हूँ तो मुझे न्याय मिलेगा।
तुम्हें लग रहा था कि तमाम लोग तुम्हारे साथ हैं, तुम्हारे साथ जो गलत हुआ उसकी वजह से?
जी सर, गलत का कोई साथी नहीं है। जो कोई गलत करता है उसका कोई साथी नहीं है, जो कोई गलत नहीं करता उसको दुनिया साथी है।
Well, back to news from the state and what could easily be the biggest land scam of all. Hundreds of thousands of acres of land given to Dalits under the Panchami scheme have been grabbed by dominant communities over the last several decades. The Tamil Nadu government is now cracking the whip. A committee has been formed to recommend measures to restore them to the Dalits back again. Sam Daniel has this report.
Pachayamal's family has been fighting in court for what has been their land for 2 generations. They received the 2-acre plot from the government back in 1882 under the Panchami scheme. A scheme the British-ruled Madras Presidency had brought in to empower scheduled caste landless farmers. Some years ago, it was forcibly taken over by a rich landlord who claims their dead parents owed him money.
ஒரு 10 பைசா நாங்க விக்க கிடையாது, எங்க வீட்டுக்கார கையெழுத்து போடல, விக்கவே கிடையாது. எங்க மாமனார் தன்னை மோசடி செஞ்சு வாங்கிட்டாங்க.
Veluswami's father had sold the family's Panchami land. As per law, Panchami lands cannot be sold or transferred. They have to stay with the Dalit families they were assigned to guard them against poverty. Veluswami has now retrieved it in a long and arduous court battle.
படிக்காதவர் அப்போ கஷ்டம் தானே சார், பணங்கள்ட்ட வந்து 150 கொடுத்து அப்படியே அபகரிச்சுக்கிட்டாரு.
A result of thousands of such illegal encroachments and sales. Of the 20 lakh hectares given to Dalits in Tamil Nadu under the Panchami scheme, only around 1 lakh acres remain with them. For years, Dalit activists have been asking the government to intervene in the recovery. Now, given it's an election year, the Tamil Nadu government has suddenly woken up to the issue and announced a committee that will recommend how to restore the plots to original owners.
For the past 80-90 years, these Dalits, although they have been given lands, they have been deprived of these lands, and this has been a very much big hurdle in their development.
The lack of political will has meant land ownership among Dalits in Tamil Nadu on the ground has not improved in a whole century. In Madurai with camera person Chandran, Sam Daniel, Find It TV.
Well, an injured master blaster will be cutting his journey short in South Africa and returning home. That's up next.